Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Well, in today's live, I just want to share something about my life experience in terms of why I got my braces done 2 years ago, what influenced the decision, and everything. No one is here. I don't know if I should go ahead. Anyways, I'm waiting for my first view one then. I'll go ahead instead. I made myself some tea. This is green tea. Yeah. Just raw green tea, no sugar, nothing. The water is very hot. Oof. I need to take my retainer. Yeah. Sometimes I do forget I have a retainer on, and if you don't take care, just bite into it and it's spoiled too. Who is going to be my first viewer? Who is joining me today? Nobody's joining now. 2 minutes gone. I should keep my story to myself. Oh, everyone is busy. Everyone is busy. Anyways, let me enjoy my tea whilst I wait for you guys to come around so I can tell you my story about how I got my tooth fixed. Yeah. Okay, there's somebody here. Okay, wow. Hello. Thanks for joining my live video. Yeah, I just want to share a little story about how I got my braces fixed, what influenced it, okay? What influenced my braces journey. Yeah, whilst I was in primary school, I realized that I'm very photogenic, okay? So I like taking pictures a lot, but oh, sorry for the noise at the background. But whenever I'm taking pictures, I always cover my mouth like this or start to do like this because I was feeling so much insecure, okay? Because my gaps, this one was very wide, and it made me feel so insecure about myself, and my mates in school sometimes do mock at me because my gap tooth was very wide, okay? It was very wide, opened, and my tooth was not straight. It was not straight, it's like kind of like this, slanted like this. And when I go to school, my peers always mock at me. They give me sort of names, and from childhood I developed a lot of anger, and I always feel depressed when I go to school. So I talked to my parents about it, whether they can help me. By then I don't know about braces. Way back in class 5, primary 5, I don't know about anything about braces, and co. And this made me feel so much depressed as a child in school. Your mates mocking at you, calling you names and all that. So I talked to my parents about it to help me face my tooth, because I don't know what braces was by then. And I remembered my daddy was like, oh, it's God's gift, it's so beautiful, you're okay, nothing is wrong with you, don't mind them, okay, nothing is wrong with your tooth. But I knew what I was facing at school. When I go to school, my mates would be mocking at me, calling me names, because my gap tooth was wide and my tooth was not straight. So let's say from childhood, I felt so depressed and cool. So when it was getting to time for me to go to the secondary school, I told my mom that if they don't do anything about my tooth, I will not go to school, because I can't, because we're kids, but I'm growing, and if I go to SS, my mates will be laughing at me and all that, and I wouldn't have a sound mind to study. Yes, I wouldn't have a sound mind to study. So I told my mom, and my mom was like, okay, fine. So my mom understood me perfectly than my father. My father was like, oh, it's nothing, it's God's gift to you, it's nothing. Everybody keeps saying it's nothing, but I knew there was something wrong, okay? So my mom made some few calls, and then we were in Accra. So they now my mom sent me to Kumasi, and it wasn't a dentist place, it wasn't a dental clinic, it was just a normal place where people, you see a lot of people, they were not having this modern equipment and co. So there was it even a dentist? There was a man that used something, was like a brush. You just sit down and they'll give you a bowl to hold, and they sharpen the tooth. The man was like, my teeth are healthy, my front teeth, they are healthy, and he doesn't want to take them off, because when he takes them off in future and he feeds me artificial tooth in future, I may have some problems, since the tooth is not broken and cool. He would just sharpen it, and then I'll be good to go. So I realized that what the man was saying was true, but he said they can't do anything about the alignment. Okay, my tooth was not straight. My tooth was not straight. It was slanted like this, and it was long. So I can't close my mouth well. When I close my mouth, see that some of the tooth would just be coming out and cool. And it was depressing. So he said we just sharpen it, and then they plugged something that looks like a brush, and they kept sharpening it. I was not injected, everything was live. Oh my God, everything was live. So when they started, I asked them if I was going to feel pain. They said I would feel reaction. You see, just like the way they use saw to cut something, you just be hearing the zzz. So they started sharpening the tooth. They sharpened the tooth, they sharpen. And there's a mirror in front of me. So they asked me if I'm okay, then they stopped. So they kept sharpening the tooth, they kept sharpening, and afterwards they made me pour away some it looks like ash, the tooth powder. I pour it out, then they keep sharpening and cool. So I don't know if you can see here, it was sharpened, and afterwards it was like I shouldn't take anything acidic that day. So I was like, okay. So that moment I felt so much alive, like I was able to close my mouth for the first time. My tooth fell into my mouth. I felt like a new person. Oh my God, the feeling. So he told me not to take anything acidic and everything. I said, okay, fine, I won't do that. And we went back to our hotel, because we left from Accra here to Kumasi to just get the tooth sharpened. My big sister was there, so she directed us to the person. So we went back to the hotel, and we said, okay, fine, let's just take us through and cool. And I forgot completely that I had my tooth sharpened. Oh my God, I was so happy. So we're just roaming. I saw an orange seller. I was like, oh, orange, I'll buy orange. And I forgot, they told me not to take anything acidic, okay? I forgot. 30 minutes later, I forgot everything. So I got the orange, and Do you know what happened to me? Once I put the orange in my mouth, no, I just spit. I said, Jesus, like it was like electric shock. Oh my God, it was like electric shock. Huh? The way the thing passed through my veins, like it's like my tooth was very live. Okay, my tooth was live, and I didn't know tooth has life. Oh, this tooth you see like this, it's very much alive. It's very much alive. I was surprised when I drank the orange. It was like electric shock. I felt so much and goosebumps all over my body. And that moment, it was it was as if electricity has passed through my brain. Oh God. So quickly I took the orange off, like, okay, the dentist said I shouldn't, it's not even a dentist, so I don't know how to call that man. But he helped me, okay. So I didn't take the orange again. I gave it to my mom, and that day my tooth was so sensitive. But the good news was that I was able to close my mouth and I felt alive. Though the tooth was slanted, the gaps were still there. The gap was wide. If you've not seen my gap, you, after the life, go back to my channel, okay. I've made a video when I was talking how big the tooth was before I got the braces. So we proceeded back to Accra, and it was time for me to go to SHS, okay. So when I went to SHS, I saw other colleagues of mine whose tooth were not okay. They had big gaps and co, but theirs were straight and mine was not. But it was better than how long it was at first. I couldn't close my mouth and people would be laughing at you and all that. So I was able to endure SS, even though, oh, people keep saying, you're a very nice girl, you're very nice this one, like people keep complimenting you and all that. And nothing was wrong with my tooth and everything. But I knew there was something wrong. Still, there's something wrong. Though the length was okay and cool, but still, there's something wrong. Because I'm a type of person, I like taking pictures. When you go to my Instagram page, you see that I have a lot of pictures. I've not deleted any picture of my pictures way back. They are all there. But you realize that I don't smile in my pictures. I'm always quiet. It's either like this or... And one thing that helped me was that if you are in such situation where you feel like there's something wrong with your physical outlook, try and get a mirror, stand in front of the mirror and assess yourself. Me, I like taking pictures, and I knew that my tooth was not very aesthetically pleasant. So I decided to now find a way of posing in my pictures. So I was like, so if I'm taking pictures, I make sure my mouth is like this. I felt like it was nice. I took picture once and I did my mouth like this. I was like, oh, the picture was nice, even though I didn't show my tooth, but it was nice. So these kind of postures were helping me throughout the journey where I didn't get my braces. I'm always like that. And don't worry, I'll come back to when if I receive video call from somebody I don't know, who I've not seen before, how I react with this big gap. Oh my God. So where was I? So successfully I finished SS. I went to Infantman Girls, and that was the main reason why I chose a girls' school. Okay, I chose a girls' school because of insecurity. I was feeling like if I go to a mixed school, guys will be laughing at my tooth and all that, and I wouldn't be able to study, because I knew what happened to me whilst I was in junior school. Okay, so going to SS, imagine now you are getting to adolescent age, and you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, people start liking you and co, and you guys, I went through hell. Okay, people calling you names and co. So I was like, okay, fine, I will choose a girls' school, because we are all girls, and girls at least will have pity on a girl, that kind of a thing. So girls will have pity on a girl. So I chose a girls' school, and thank God my results were good. I had 07 and I had Infantman Girls. I was a science student. So, and thank God the tooth was sharpened. So at least it was better, even though my gaps were huge. My gaps were like this, like a whole tooth missing. I don't have a picture, I can't show you too, unless you go to my YouTube channel to watch my videos. So what happened? And so successfully I finished SS and I came back home. So during my stay home waiting for school, there was this man in my area. Okay, he's called, I don't want to call his name, but whoever he is, he was part of the reason why I got braces, even though there was no support from him. But he mocked at me, he laughed at me, he said a painful word to me that brought me to, like, it helped. I'm very emotional right now. Sometimes people say something to you and I'm very emotional right now. I don't want to cry, but whew, don't worry, you're a strong girl. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Oh God. So let me continue. So there was this man in my area. He's called, I don't want to call his name. Okay, so let's say he's called A. He's called A. Okay, he's called A, and he normally see me around. I normally take a stroll almost every evening around to just take a walk and go. And then he was like, "Oh, beautiful girl, you're a very nice girl. Can I have a word with you?" I was like, "Okay, fine." So, which school do you attend? I was like, "Oh, I'm done with SS and I'm hoping to go to the university and all that." I was like, "Okay, let's go to my place." So his place was, he had a story building, and there was a place we can sit in the evening around 4 o'clock to just enjoy the breeze and cool. So my tea is getting cold. We enjoyed the breeze, and then he said that, I think that time he was an old man, but then I was like 18 years. Yes, I was 18 years, and then he was around the age of 45 getting to 50 years. And I like taking advice from other people. So when he said we should go up there and then take enjoy the beach, I was like, okay, fine. So I went with him, and then we get talking, was like, which school do I want to go? And said, oh, for now I chose Legon. I chose tech, science student. I wanted to do pharmacy and physiotherapy as well, but then physiotherapy was a course, a very fresh course, okay, in the system. So I had interest in physiotherapy and cool. So I was talking to him, and he's a doctor, okay. So I was thinking he could give me advice in terms of the courses to actually choose and all that. So once we got talking, he now said, I'm a very beautiful girl by all standards, but there's something about me that I need to check. And I said, what is it? Automatically my mind told me he was coming to talk about my tooth. So it was like, instead of me going to the university, I should rather use the money for the university to go and fix my tooth, and that would do me a lot of good. I was like, why would you say that? My tooth is okay. Like, at first it was long, and I've sharpened it to this length, even though the gaps are very big, and it was not straight, it was slanted like this. But I knew that, okay, in future something good could happen. But you don't have to tell me that instead of me thinking about working on my tooth, I should ignore my education. So that got to me, because I was thinking, because he was a doctor, he's kind of well read and could direct me in life or something. Because he was an old man, I feel like he's knowledgeable. And he said that painful thing to me, I should ignore my school and rather use the money to fix my braces. And I told him that my parents are not rich, they can't afford the braces treatment, and I really want to go to school. It was like, and I said, besides, the money for the education is not even there as at now. So how can I fix the braces and go? And what is braces? And it was like, it's a metal that is used to brace the tooth, to align the tooth properly, and my gaps will close. I was like, oh, okay, so there's something like that, something can fix my tooth. I was like, yes. And I was saying, okay, fine, but I know in future God will make a way. I was saying that God will make a way, I'll become rich and I'll be able to fix my tooth and cool. I was like, okay, that's for you, but you're a very nice girl, but your tooth has disqualified you. Yes. And trust me, your tooth, it's not nice. The man said a lot of things to me. 17, 18 years, and you are saying 17, 18 years, 19 years, and you are saying that to me. I felt so depressed at the moment, and I kept, but I didn't take it to heart. I was still listening to him. It was like, um, I should try and get my tooth fixed, whatever course it would take. I should. So I thought he was going to help me fix my tooth. So I asked him, so how can I get the money to fix my tooth? It was like, I'm a girl, you know what to do. I got confused again. I was very naive. So whilst we're talking and cool, I told him that now that I want to go to the university, I will need a laptop. And he says that, you this girl, I'm telling you something that can help your future, and you are telling me you need a laptop. Use that laptop money to go and fix your tooth. And he said that to me again. So I started getting like angry in a way. I realized that this man was not somebody I should be listening to. So I went back to the house. Trust me, the whole night I was so depressed. The whole night I couldn't sleep. I was just thinking. I went to stand in the mirror to look at my tooth. I was like, what is wrong with my tooth? Well, I knew my tooth was not well aligned and cool, but is it that bad? I started thinking, is it that bad? Is it that bad? When I went to SS, my mates didn't mock me. Is it that bad? Even though I know there was a big gap, but is it that bad? Was it that bad? Am I looking ugly? Because I like taking pictures and cool, and I always want to look good, even though I don't have money, but I want to look good. So I said, okay, fine. Education is important, so I will go to school. You see that we have this perception. If you're in Ghana, I don't know, Africa, we have this perception that when you start school, you finish school and you get a job and you become rich and all that. So I was really like eager to go to school so that I'll get that education and get a good job and then be able to fix all my life situations. So I was waiting for the school to come and blah blah. Legon didn't pick me at first, okay, I didn't get school. My when we were writing my WASSCE, I was not feeling well, so biology exams, I deviated. I went to answer Nigeria question. I'm in Ghana and I went to answer Nigeria question. So when the results came, I had a D in biology. So I was like, wow. And Legon will not take the course. Legon will obviously not pick me. I need to go back and rewrite because it was elective course. So I wrote WASSCE again. I finished school 2012. I wrote WASSCE again 2013. Yes, I wrote WASSCE again. So I have 2 WASSCE certificates. So after writing the WASSCE again, the biology came out well, so I applied for Legon again and then Central University. A friend of mine, way back SS, she was in school, okay, and I was at home. So I spoke to her. She was like, she would help me throughout the field of the floor. So I didn't even tell my parents too. I just went directly to. By then I was working. I was teaching. After SS, I was teaching at these many schools and co, like, and I was being paid. By then I was being paid, I think 100 cedis or so. Is it 120 cedis? Yes. But I was very eager to go to school, so I would save all the money that I had. So after saving the money, I went to buy the forms. My friend sent me to the campus, Central University campus at Matayoko, and I bought the forms and I filled the forms, okay. But looking at the courses for science, it was very expensive for private school, very expensive. I was like, hey, can we afford this? So I looked through the courses and I saw, okay, business courses and then English courses. But for me to go to school and go and pick English, what will I do with it? And I'm not going to the media as well, so let me pick business. Maybe that will be better. So I selected the business courses and I saw banking and finance. Okay, so I saw accounting and I saw banking and finance. Now, okay, and I saw communication and HR and all that. I was like, okay, fine. Banking and finance, the way I like money, so I was like, banking, oh, hey, wow, I'll become a banker, I'll make money, I'll be rich. So I I selected banking and finance not because I want to, like, I just got attracted to the course. Banking and finance, okay, fine. So I selected banking and finance, and can you imagine, within that moment I filled the form, paid for everything. Just one, was it a Sunday or so? Or Saturday, one of the days, I was just home, just praying because my mates have left for school and I'm still home. And I was a brilliant student, okay? I can't just waste like that. I spoke to my daddy about school. He said there's no money for me to go to school. I should wait. When his business booms, then I'll go to school. So I was like, bullshit. I won't take that. I went to my mom, I want to go to school. My mom was like, don't worry. Hey, God bless women, okay? God bless women. If you're a woman and then you don't have empathy, then I don't know the kind of woman that you are. My mom equally didn't have money, but okay, there are some, I shouldn't hastily generalize this, okay? There are some men that are very good, okay? There are some men that are very good. So I'm not saying my dad is not good, but I'm just sharing to you my experience. Okay, maybe truly he didn't have the money and he was being real to me. But I feel like if you have a child, you shouldn't be sometimes real to the child in a way that will hurt the child. You could have said it in a nice way that, Eto, don't worry, we'll find a way. God will do it, or something like that. But telling me point blank that my school should be on hold and go, that was not it. So my mom told me that I shouldn't worry, I'll go to school. But they didn't know I've gone to buy my forms and filled everything by myself. They didn't have an idea of it. So I had a call, and Central University said that I have admission. That day I was so happy. I was so happy. So I was so happy. Finally I got admission, and now I saw the bills. It was around, I think, 4,000 cedis for admission fees and co. I spoke to my mom, and holding everything constant, my mom was able to raise the funds for me to go to school and co. So when I went to school, my mind was still on the braces thing I want to do. No? I want to get my tooth fixed. So first year in school, I didn't have friends. So because of the tooth issues and co, I had, should I say, okay, I don't really have low self-esteem, but I feel like in my like I feel like there's something within me that nothing can break me. Yes, I have that I don't care spirit. Yes, even though my tooth were not well aligned, I felt like, yes, I'm a beautiful girl. I had confidence in myself. I knew I'm a beautiful girl. So one thing, I started dressing so attractively. I was wearing short dresses and clothes because I feel like if I wear short dresses, I'll look appealing. Since my tooth were not nice and cool, if I wear short dresses and I put on jewelries and other things, I will look attractive. So all my dresses were short, and I got admission to Central University. And there was this woman at the school, part of the head of department or whatever. She was on my neck. When I come to campus, Elizabeth, go home, go and change. Hey, all my dresses were short. Because I felt like if I wear short things, I will look attractive. Okay, I didn't know how beautiful I was because of my tooth. My gaps were bigger. I thank God though, now my gaps are small. I felt like because my gaps were bigger, I'm not attractive enough, and I need to wear like scandalous clothes to make me look appealing. I was always wearing nails, lashes, trying to look good and cool. But everyone that come closer to me felt like, no, you are a beautiful girl. Your tooth haven't done anything. You are okay. You are beautiful. You are okay. I was like, okay. So I made it through Central University. But whilst I was in school, I went to look for a job just to like save a lot of money because I want to get my tooth fixed. Yes. So I got a job, home tutoring job. The pay was not enough. Hey. So So I was like, okay, fine. Whatever the cost may be, I will get a good job whilst I was in school. So level 200, I switched to weekend school. So I left Miocho campus. I was at a hostel there, and I said, okay, fine, I'll come home. So I left Miocho campus to Mataheko campus for weekend class, because weekend class, they didn't have the weekend class at Miocho, so I went to Mataheko for banking and finance class. So I was at the weekend class, and I went to look for a job, and I found a job at a microfinance. I had a job, okay, my first paying job was at a microfinance. By then, hey, I was being paid, oh, hey, I was being paid. I think when I started, they paid me 700 cedis. By then, it was money. I was happy. I would save. My mom was still giving me money for transport, so I would save all the 700. But then still, I was in school. I'll buy handouts. I'll do that, like, cause I really want to get my braces fixed. And by then, to have a smartphone, so I googled the prices of braces. My God, when I saw the price of braces, like, I just opened my mouth like, what? By then, the prices they mentioned, was it 20,000 or 30,000 or so? Something like that. They said 30,000 for braces. I googled it. They said approximately 30,000 and co. So I kept researching, and I came to another page. They said approximately 10,000 cedis. I said, hey, 100 million. By then, if you had 10,000, it's a big money, eh? A very big money. How can I afford that money? My pay is just 600 cedis. How can I get my braces fixed? 10,000. Yo. So I was like, okay, God will do it. If I finish school, I'll get another job, though, or my current job, they'll increase my pay. I'll save, I will do the braces. So I was working for 2 years. I was still working there, and I graduated, and I even did my national service there. Now, the business now collapsed. Okay, they were not paying us for a whole 6 months, no pay. But I was still there because I felt like when I didn't have a degree, they employed me, and now that the work was not booming, why should I leave? I was feeling sad for the CEO. I was like, oh, if I was in the shoes of the CEO, how would I feel? Somebody employed you when you had nothing. No, I didn't have certificate. I only brought my transcripts, and I was employed as a cashier. I was working as a cashier there. I was employed with that certificate. And now that by God's grace, like, you are done with school, why should I leave there? Even though they were not paying me. I was like, okay, fine, I'll work. I'll still be there. One day, the business will bounce back. So they were owing me for like 10 months. So when you calculate, by then my pay to increase to 1,000 cedis. So 10 months, I should make 10,000, right? I was like, yes. Very soon I'll get the money to go and fix my braces. I'll get the money. So I was there. All my friends had left to a different work. Some didn't get jobs to do, but I was still there. And for like getting to a year, and the company bounced back again. So my pay will obviously increase because now I have a degree. I'm done with national service and cool. Do you know what? People are wicked though. Somebody that I've been working with you, that your company collapsed, and I was still loyal to you. When things started getting better, he now employed his family member who has the same qualification with me. Okay, he employed his family member. The person had the same qualification with me, and all for me to notice, and he was paying that person a lot, and my pay was very small. I was like, why will people be such wicked? Why will people be such wicked? Why would you do that? I was very loyal to you. I was very loyal. I was working, and you owe me. At least increase my pay, even if to 2,000 cedis, because transportation was just taking all my money. How would I say to go and get my braces fixed? So I appealed to them to increase my pay and all that. So in short, my pay was increased and cool, but I felt like how I was still a cashier, how things were going, the company was still collapsed. So but then I had a problem with my feet that I needed surgery. So I told them I wouldn't be able to make it to work, and they should pay me my arrears. They only paid me, but then they only gave me 3,000 cedis for the surgery, and they owe me like 10,000, right? And they gave me 3,000 cedis. So I took that money. I was like, if I don't take care, this money to be in waste, to be waste. So I saved that money. I said, okay, fine, I'll get a container then. So whilst I was in the house after my surgery and co, they were still paying me my normal salary. So I was saving that small, and I was using to make my shop. So it means that now I don't even have any money to go and do my braces. So I was depressed again, and there was no job. And I heard the company finally collapsed. Whilst I was at home waiting to recover, my mates told me, my colleagues at work told me the company collapsed, so they are all home. And so what happened was that I bought the container and I was making the shop. I didn't have any other job to do, so I was just online using my phone to snap pictures of people's products and reselling it on WhatsApp. I was just doing that, reselling products on WhatsApp. Sometimes I'll just go to the malls, take pictures of products. So I was selling weight loss products and then slimming products and all that, weight gain slimming products, and I'll take a picture of the product and I'll post it on my WhatsApp, and it was selling. Okay, people were buying small, and I was saving it. So I need to feed myself. I was feeding myself with the same money I got from this selling these small things and co. And I'm always alone and all that. So I started gym. I took gym seriously. So always you see me at the gym in the morning, I go to the gym, and in the evening I go to the gym and come back home and co. So I'm always home. I didn't have any place to go. So from the house to the gym, then back to my room, then to the gym again. So my whole life was just in the gym. After school, no job, indoors, the gym every day like that. And what happened? So I spoke to my gym instructor. I shout out to my gym instructor. Yeah, I spoke to him that I need a job, so he should speak to some of the CEOs that come to the gym so that I'll get employed. And he said, okay, we'll work on that. So one day I was there, and then he said there was this, but I didn't even go to gym for some time because I was not feeling well. I was like, there is this man that comes to gym, he's very rich, and he needed accountants for his company. I was like, wow, accountant for his company. I did banking and finance, and I've worked in a microfinance for 3 to 4 years. So I think I'm qualified to to do the accounting job for the man. So he should employ me. So he spoke to the man, and he gave me the man's contact. He said that the man said they should give I should call him. So I called this man. He didn't pick up. Hey, I called again. He didn't pick up. I called again. He didn't pick up. I was like, what is going on, Abba? So I sent him a message introducing myself, that the person who wants to join his company and course, that he'll get back to me. So for another 3 months, I didn't hear from this man. I didn't hear from him. But I was still going to the gym, and I never saw him too at the gym. So I asked the instructor, where is the man? It was like he only comes to the gym in the morning. I was like, and he comes very early. I was okay, fine. Then I will go to the gym very early in the morning. He says he comes to the gym Mondays, and even every day, very early in the morning, he comes there. So I started going to the gym. My tea is cold. I don't like cold tea. So I started going to the gym very early in the morning just to meet the man. And I tried, I never saw this man. I said, oh. It was like maybe the instructor was like, he traveled. I was like, oh. So getting to the 4th month, that was like getting to Christmas time. like December thereof, November, December. And he came to reply, oh, I'm wrong. I think within October, yeah, October 2020, 2020, October 2020, 2021, thereof. And he came to reply my message that he traveled and he's back now. So I should send my application through WhatsApp. So he responded to my message. And but I didn't give up. I kept going to them because I really want to see them. And sometimes when people see you and you speak to them one-on-one, it helps than always on phone. So I didn't give up. I always go to the gym in the morning. So I went one morning and there he was. And the instructor was like, he's the one. I was like, okay, wow. So when I went to him, I was like, please, I'm Elizabeth and my name is Ekonam and all that. We spoke on WhatsApp and you said I should bring my CV. I was like, okay, yeah. It was a Saturday. It was like I should, after the gym here, he even bought my he bought my slimming tea. He bought one of my slimming tea. At that moment, hey, the way I was happy, he bought, yes, he gave me 70 cedis, but then the slimming tea was 50 cedis, so I should keep the change. And I should send my CV to his office at mile 7. I was like, okay, that moment I was so happy. I was like, I said, the man is a Libra. I'm a Libra, the man is a Libra, so I was like, take this money on you. He gave me extra 100 cedis that I should use it for transport to the office. I was like, how can this person be this kind? Wow, people are kind though. So I now quickly, I didn't even finish training. I didn't finish training, and then I ran home to get my CV and everything ready, and I went to the office, and he says he will be coming over. I went to wait the whole day. I was waiting. This man didn't show up, so I gave the CV to the secretary there, and the secretary was closing and was like, the boss says we should wait for him. So I was there waiting, and he finally showed up around, I got there around 12 something, and I was waiting to like 4 o'clock, and he showed up. So he took my CV, he went through, and was like, okay, I've gotten the job, so I can start anytime. Monday I can start. I said, okay. I was so happy, very happy, very happy. So I got the job, and my pay was, how much was my pay? I think he was paying me 800 cedis. Someone that was getting paid like 1,500 cedis, I now dropped to 800 cedis. I was like, fine, it's better, because once I was at home, I was not getting anything. It was like I was on probation, so, and the company was having some challenges. So I should take 800 cedis monthly. I said, okay, fine, no problem. But he will be giving me some transportation allowance. So that helped me. I was like, fine, I'll take the job. So once I was working, and now it's like my boss is my gym mate. My boss is my gym mate. So I sometimes see him at the gym. So we talk and we go to work together. He's just a free person. He's so free with all the employees. We are all free with him. So, and he asked me that in life, what would I want to do? As in currently, what do I want to do? And I said, I want to get my tooth fixed. I was like, wow, that is basically, yeah. So, how much is it? And I said, for now, I don't know the current prices for braces, but I will check. So I went online to make my research and everything. I researched the amount for braces, and I think I went to Accra Mall dentist. There is a dentist at Accra Mall. I went there, and they said that initially I will pay okay, they said the prices ranges from 14,000 to 16,000 Ghana cedis. Wow. And that they can spread the amount within the period of 2 years. I said okay, and I came back home and I was still researching. So I went to Instagram and I saw this page, the Smile Restore Dental Clinic, and then I went to book appointment with them. So I went to their office at East Legon, and they said theirs is also from 14,000 to 16,000, but they're running a promo. So the promo is 3,500. I said, how can braces be 3,500? That was what they wrote on their Instagram as a promo. So I was very interested because I can afford that money. I went there, they were like, that's just an amount to attract customers, and besides, that's the initial amount you pay. Then from there, they'll spread the rest for you throughout your process. Hey, my back is itching. Oof. Let me itch my back. Oh my god. Ooh, what is itching me like that? So so I was like, I was very interested in that because it's like they came down to my level. I don't have money, I don't have 16,000 to pay cash, but I want to get my braces fixed. And guys, okay, let me deviate a bit from this. Okay, do you know that because of my braces journey, even getting true love was a problem. Getting somebody to love you genuinely was a problem. Because when I was on campus, I had guys who approached me and all that, but sometimes they come to your life and they realize that okay, you have a problem in school, and their friends will be like, oh, there are so many beautiful girls on campus, even though she's beautiful, but her tooth is not nice and cool, so why don't you just leave her and use her and dump her? But I was very smart. When you come to my life and then the first thing you start asking for is that I just don't give and I just let you go because I realize that you are not for me. It's not easy. If you have a problem, you will not get genuine love. And a friend of mine also said something so painful to me that even gingered me to go and get the braces first. She was my friend from SS, okay, and she came to visit me at school at Central University, and I left to take my bath, and she was in the room with another campus girl, a girl she didn't know from anywhere. And then I heard the lady telling the girl that as for Etodia, she's very nice, but the guys are just going to use and dump her because she thinks she's beautiful, but she's not. Her body, she looks very nice and cool, but her tooth is not nice, so the guys will just use her and dump her. So I was like, wow, such a person is my friend. I when I heard it, it didn't move me because I've heard a lot of things. What haven't people tell me? What didn't they say about my tooth? So why should I be worried? But I just saw who she was. I was like, wow, you came all the way from your campus to my campus to just mock at me. So she was just a friend enemy to me. She was not a good friend. She said she's beautiful and all that, but guys will not love her. They'll just use a damper because her tooth is not nice. Wow. But the person who was saying my tooth was not nice, no, when she opens her mouth, she didn't have a straight tooth. Her tooth were also crooked though. Just that she didn't have big gaps in front of her, so hers was not visible. She was not having a good tooth. My tooth was quite challenging because my gaps were big. If my gaps were small like this and it was not even straighter, like I wouldn't have a problem. But you that were mocking at my tooth, your tooth was not nice as well. And I'm a type, because of I don't laugh at people's disposition because I don't know what the future holds for me. I was like, fine, I'll get this tooth fixed and everything will be okay. So let's come back to the Smile Restore Clinic. So I told them I'm interested. and I went to speak to my boss to give me an advance, a loan, so that it will be deducted from my pay and co. So he agreed. He gave me that initial amount. He gave me the 3,500. But when I went to make the payment, that was not the only money I needed. I needed to do X-ray. They told me to go for X-ray, yeah, X-ray, and then some other things, yeah, and then scaling and rest and all that. So from that same money, I have to use some for X-ray. That's the first thing to do. Without the X-ray, they can't proceed with your dental treatment. So I have to go for the X-ray and everything, and then look for different money to come and continue with the initial amount. So I paid the initial amount to them, and then the process began. I was so happy, God. That was the first time I experienced joy in my heart, like joy in my heart, because I felt like something I've been battling for all my life finally is going to be solved. I felt so happy, and I went for they did cleaning and then scaling, and I was told to come back for the fixing. So I went, and then that day they fixed my is it the lower they fixed first or the upper? No, they fixed the upper. They fixed the upper first. Yeah. Before no. When I went, after the scaling and everything, they called me for another appointment. When I went for that appointment, they put spaces in my mouth, spaces, some blue things. I was so disappointed because I thought that day they would fix my braces, because I was so eager to fix braces. So they gave me spaces, some blue things, they said to open up your molars and co. So they fixed up and down and co. When I came back here, that was when I realized that hey, the pain that I got from the spaces, guys, you'll be surprised. I couldn't chew anything. I couldn't bite into anything. I was in so much pain, and I think it was 1 week later or so. No, afterwards they booked me for the next month to come for the braces. So I now went, and then that day too, it's like they wanted to extend the time. I said no. Today no, they should fix my braces today. They should fix my braces today. So they fixed the top one, the top braces and co. And I think I went for blue color, sea blue. It was looking so beautiful. Like I felt so happy. I felt like I looked so nice automatically, even though the gaps were showing, but the metals were covering the gaps, and those little bands and co. It was so attractive. I asked permission from work to go and face it. So from there, I went back to work, and when I got to work, I couldn't smile. I was wearing no smiles. I felt weird. I felt like my mouth is swollen and all that. So when I got, my boss was like, "Can I see your tooth?" I was like, "Yes." So when I was like, "Oh, your gaps are closing already. Your gaps are closing already." It was like, "Hey, you look nice. So, oh, you look so nice. How much was it? You look so nice." Everybody was not praising me. The same people who told me, "Your tooth are not done anything. You are okay. Your smile is perfect. Don't fix your tooth. It's God's gift to you and all that." They are all interested now. "Oh, your braces is nice. I have a cousin who wants to fix braces. Give us a contact." Hey, human being, this life, do what makes you happy. In life, that's one thing I've learned in life. Do what makes you happy. Nobody cares about you, okay? Everybody will just say what they feel like saying, but nobody cares about you. Whether you fix yourself, you don't fix yourself. People are just okay with how you are, because that is what they think. So do what makes you happy. So from there, I gained confidence, like for the first time, even though I thought I have confidence in myself, but for the first time my confidence level was so boosted. Yes, as at now I'm always wearing retainer. I'm done. The tea is cold because I'm talking, so let me wear my retainer. So my confidence level from, if it was 30%, just shoot to 99% confidence. Seriously, let's go back to when I didn't face my braces. So I was single, I didn't have a relationship and cool. So I was on Facebook, and then I met this guy that I've not seen before, and he told me he'll be calling me on video and all that. So we talk and all that. Can you imagine, say, because of my gaps and how my tooth was looking, I felt like if the guy, I like the guy so much, I wish we could be in a relationship and all that. But I felt like, since the person that I've not seen me before, and I don't know how he'll feel when he finally see that my tooth is not nice. So anytime he called me on how do you call it, on WhatsApp, on video, I don't pick up. I always give excuse and co. I was giving excuse not to pick up his calls. But when he calls me on audio, I pick up and then we talk. And when he asks permission that can I call on video, I'm like, oh no, I'm busy, I'll call you back. Don't call me on video, I'm busy, I'll call you back. It's been like that, so he got fed up and then we stopped talking. I was like, why don't I show who I am? If the person likes me, the person likes me. But it's not easy. You see, and two other. If you haven't experienced something, somebody is saying it, you will not understand. My tooth was not straight, my gaps were big, and I feel like I don't look pretty enough. And imagine somebody calling you on video. See, my pictures are nice. I like this kind of aesthetic pictures. I'll go to the beach in bikini, take nice pictures, pose, and the pictures are nice and all that. And they now call you on video and they are saying a different thing, like your tooth. That's why I don't show my tooth smiling and cool, but I feel like it will degrade. I will feel degraded. So it kept happening and cool. I was like, one day I just was like, I can't keep losing good people from my life because I feel insecure about myself. Whoever loved me will love me for who I am. Whether you like me or not, I don't care. I will show myself. So there was another guy also who reached out to me on Facebook as well, and he called me on video. I picked up. When I picked up, I was like, wow, you are very beautiful. I like you. I want to be in a relationship with you. Like, I like you so much. You are very beautiful. Yes, as I saw you in the pictures, you are very attractive. And I like you. I want to be with you. I like you so much. I was surprised. Like, for the first time, I was having the confidence to to pick up somebody's video call. I was like, I like you so much. You are very beautiful. I like you are beautiful. I was like, I'm surprised. Well, I didn't show this. I was surprised. I was like, yeah, like I was relating. We started talking and cool. So he supported me with some money for my treatments. I told him that my gap tooth is wide and I want to close it. I was like, okay, that's not a bad idea, but you look good as well. But if you want to close it a bit, why not? Close it, why not? So he supported me with some money to go and get it done and all that. So the journey began. And my confidence level, guys, increased. So that day they fixed my braces was, excuse me, the actual day I felt very confident in myself. And ever since then, you see, before I'll face the braces, I always had the feeling of coming to YouTube to make YouTube and cool, but I feel like YouTube, I'll be talking to people like live and making videos and cool, and my tooth was not okay. So this tooth issue, and from childhood, has delayed me of so many opportunities. My whole life, so many opportunities just slip through my hand and delay in life and co because of I pray to God for anyone having tooth problem, and God should help the person. It's not easy to have a tooth problem because the tooth is like your face. The first impression you give everybody, your smile. So after facing my braces was the first time I came on YouTube, because I feel like, wow, if people see my tooth and my tooth is not even nice, cry, like they know that, oh, there's a step, like I'm making a progress. And one thing I always want to impart in somebody's life, the journey and everything. So I started YouTube for my first time. I made a video and I explained the process of my getting braces and all that. So the confidence level boosted, guys. I now make videos smiling on WhatsApp. I'm always posting pictures. I feel like I always want to make a video to interact with people and interact with people, but still I can't, because I feel like they'll see my tooth and all that. So when I faced the braces that month, the first month, my confidence level boosted. Now I could make videos and then talk in them and co. So gradually, I wish overnight my gaps closed overnight. It was a gradual process. So that month was only the front that was fixed. Then the next appointment, that's the next month, they fixed the down braces too. My down, if like my top gaps were smaller, I wouldn't be concerned. So the journey was not easy at all. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And every month, after the initial payment, every month I go for appointment, I need to pay 500 cedis. So it's like I'm working and I'm not seeing the money. All the investments and co was in my tooth. Yes, and I wasn't feeling bad at all, because it's something I really want to do. Yes, I really want to do this for myself. We are working for ourselves, right? Everybody's working to make their life better. And if I feel like from childhood I have a problem, and this has been a problem that has been eating me up as a person, without the without facing my child, I don't know how my life would have been now. I'll be so much depressed. I'm not saying that someone who is having a bad tooth should be depressed or be feeling bad. No, but I believe that you get true love if you are yourself. But if you have the means to fix your problem, fix it. If it is fixable, fix it. I'm not going to be here to just be a motivational speaker and make you feel okay. No. If there is something wrong with you that you know you can fix it, fix it. And if you don't have the means to fix it, try and give yourself time. It should be your priority. Yes. Okay, that's the only thing I can say. I'm not saying that if you have a bad tooth, or if there's something on you that is not good, needs to be worked on, and you don't have the means, you should look down on yourself. No. I told you guys, I was not looking down on myself at all, because I was having this kind of I don't care attitude, but I was researching every time, always making research, getting to know how much it would take to resolve my problem. And from childhood, all my investments, all my time was on this same gap closing journey to fix my tooth. So if you are in this life and there's something wrong with you that you know you can work and face it, my dear, go ahead and face it. If that will make you happy, yes. Making videos makes me happy. And with my bad tooth, it will be difficult for me. Somebody can come online and with their big gaps and still get the likes, get the views and go. But personally, I'm not concerned about what others will say about me. But personally, I feel like it is the right thing to do for myself. Self-love. Self-love. I'm talking about self-love. If you have a bad tooth and you love it that way and you are okay with it, I don't have any problem with you. You can go ahead and then live with it. That is your choice. But if you feel like you don't like it and you want to face it, but you don't have the means to face it, it should be part of your priority. Write your priorities down, okay? Write down your priorities. okay, and then work towards it. Because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to fix my tooth. It was my number one priority in life to get my tooth fixed. Yes. And now I'm comfortable making my videos, and I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy I was able to take that bold step of my life. Nobody will do it for you. My parents couldn't do it for me. Yes, my parents don't have the money. They are incapacitated. They can't be able to fix my situation. So I have to fix it by myself. So every month, if I work, I have to go for review and make payments and co. Every payment is 500 cedis. Every review 500 cedis. And within a period of 2 years, 3 years, getting to third year, I was able to fix my tooth. The gaps, the gap closing journey is not easy at all. The tooth keeps moving slowly. Tooth keeps moving slowly at night. Okay, your tooth moves slowly at night. The first month I didn't see any change. Second month there was no change in movement. The third month I realized that there was change in the way I speak. I started having some feeling, and my teeth were so sensitive that I can't bite into anything, I can't chew properly and co. So gradually, like my fourth month, my gap started closing a bit. So I felt like, wow, it's getting better the way I talk, and my teeth were getting straight gradually. So I started feeling so happy within myself, like, okay, something good is happening. I never missed an appointment. God being so good, I didn't miss any appointments. And along the journey, the people that started with me, who started supporting me small, also started drawing back. In life, not everybody can continue with you throughout your journey, and it's so true. That is life. Even this live video I'm making right now, some viewers came in, they left, others are also going, new people are coming. Nobody can continue your life journey with you completely. So, and that is life. Yeah, that is life. People that started supporting me withdrew, and new people also came, and I finally had a relationship that I thought was going to work and co. The guy was so supportive, very supportive. By then too, my 9-to-5 job was getting toxic. My 9-to-5 job was becoming very toxic for me. Yeah, it was becoming toxic. I wanted to be my own boss, because I started working very early for people and co, and I realized that I didn't save enough working for people. I'm not able to save anything working for people. At a very young age, level 200 in the university, I was like 22 years. Yeah, 22 years. 21, 22. And I've worked all my life. I'm so hardworking. I work diligently. I go to work very early, close late, every day like that for years. And I'm not able to save anything at all for myself. And with this current job, I'm able to gather some money to fix my braces, but I'm still not able to save anything. So if that is the issue, but then if you join the life early, I realized that I told you guys I was making a shop. Yeah, that was my plan B. When I was not having a job, I was thinking of creating my own business and co and other. So one, I used the pay that I was receiving from my job to fix my braces. At the same time, work like get my shop done. So I will buy wood, I'll buy cement, I'll pay laborers and all that from the same money. My pay was not enough. My pay was not even up to 3,000 cedis by then. It's not even up. It was around 2,500 cedis. And I managed to be paying my review money. My transportation was more like 1,000 cedis out of the 2,000 cedis, and I pay for review 500 cedis every month. And then to feed myself, and the same time use the money to work with my shop, construction of my shop. So you can imagine, I don't have any savings on me at all. I don't have any savings, but I feel like I am investing into my life. Well, I was making a shop, so let's say the money to go and keep in the bank was what I'm using to uh, using for the shop, and together with my braces. So lo and behold, even though I was facing a lot of toxic situations at my workplace, I didn't give up. Because if I give up, I got stuck. Because if I stop the job, I can't continue with my braces, neither can I continue with the shop. So I have to endure. I'll go to work and feeling depressed. And somebody that likes training like me, I go to the gym almost all the time. I still go to the gym, and I eat properly. I like making these smoothies, eating a lot of vegetables, like exercising and all that. So I should have a good health, right? But the toxic nature of 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 the job, oh my god. Being around toxic people is so depressing. I was feeling so toxic. So I said, okay, fine. Let me take it easy on myself. And the time came, I started feeling so tired at work, feeling so sick at work. And it's like almost every day I'll be feeling drowsy. So I didn't know if it was an effect of the braces why I was feeling drowsy or something else. So I went to the hospital to check, and then I was told my blood pressure has increased. I said, how? How can my blood pressure increase? How can I have a high blood pressure? How? So I said, okay, fine. If that is the issue, then I have to leave one. Either I focus on my job and then, or quit the job and then focus on my shop. It was two things. But being on the braces journey, okay, every month you need to be paying 500 cedis every month for review and co. So how can I quit my job, and then how can I quit my job? It's not possible. If you don't have any support, it's not possible to just quit like that. I said, okay, fine, I'll continue with this. So I was still at my workplace once I used all my pay to take care of my tooth. And now that the gaps were closing, I think within 5 months my gaps were closing and cool. So I was now told to get a bridge, because the gaps, I had a big gap here. Let me take on my retainer. I had a big gap. This tooth you see here is artificial. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all artificial tooth, okay? So I was told to have a dental bridge. All my viewers, no one is here yet. Okay, so let me hold on small. So I was told to get a dental bridge, and they said one tooth costs 1,500 cedis. One tooth, a tooth costs 1,500 cedis. I said, how? Hey, so for me to fix all these 4 tooth, that's approximately 6,000 cedis. 6,000 cedis for my tooth. So I have to pay 6,000 cedis. 6,000 cedis for the dental bridge. Yeah. So appointment was booked again, and then they reduced my real tooth. they reduced my real tooth because they need to make a bridge. My tea is good, but like I'm getting hungry, so let me drink this tea and wait for a while. And you guys come. Yeah, so as I was saying, they need to fix me a dental bridge, okay? And then they have to reduce my real tooth, this tooth, the tooth here. Let me use this tooth here for example. This tooth, they have to reduce it and make it smaller, and then reduce another tooth here and make that one too smaller. So as I was saying, so they reduce my tooth, this tooth, and then the other tooth, and then made it a bit smaller so that the bridge can be fixed on it. Wow. I think I have to finish my tea. It's now 11:31. Oh. So my tooth was my real tooth was destroyed, and then an artificial tooth was placed there. Here. This one, it's all artificial tooth. It was fixed, and the pain after the fixing was very unbearable. I don't want to remember the pain I felt. I don't want to remember. The pain was very, very uncomfortable. I really went through it, guys. I really went through it. But so far so good. I can't feel the pain anymore. I'm surprised I'm even drinking a cold tea. I'm surprised I'm drinking a cold tea. I'm surprised I'm drinking a cold tea. So my braces treatment lasted for 2.5 years, getting to 3 years. If I hadn't like been serious, I could have like gone to 3 years with braces. Because when you go for reviewing, they'll just be changing the bands. Guys, take this from you. If you know somebody with braces, and the person is let's say 1.5 years with braces and co, and then you still go for review, and all they do is to be changing rubber bands for you, they are just chopping your money, seriously. Because if I didn't step on my foot by now, I will still have my braces on, and all they'll be doing is to come for review, paid. All they want is their money, even though they want to treat you, but all they want is their money. You keep going, they keep changing bands for you every day, they keep changing bands and co, and you feel like your tooth is okay. Just tell the dentist that, dentist, I think at this stage my tooth is very okay. As for my tooth, like I left this little gap because my family, we all have gaps. My mom has this diastema, she has it. My siblings has this thing. Yes, so I didn't close all my gaps. I left this just to hold on to my identity. Yes, at least gaps are sexy, it's nice, gaps are beautiful. Yes, I'm not saying gaps are not beautiful. Gaps are very beautiful. If you have one and it's sexy, and that's it, Like if you have a gap and it's a sexy one, it's okay. Yeah, so I left this little one. I left this gap here. I didn't close all the gaps. At first, I closed everything, okay, just to have a feeling of how your tooth, if your tooth is closed. I just want to have a feeling, so I closed everything with the power chain, and I told the dentist to leave a little for me after the next month. I left this little one. Yes, this little one, I left it so that I'll just remember myself that I used to have gaps. Okay, so within 3 years, getting to 3 years, 2.5 years, yeah, 2.5 years, my braces journey came to an end, and I'm so very much excited, very much excited, very happy. I'm very happy I was able to embark on this life-changing journey, and I'm on retainers now. As for the first, let me wait for you guys for this. Talk about my retainer. I'm done with my teeth. It's not easy, but it will be worth it. Nothing in life is easy. Nothing in life is easy. Not even being lazy is easy. Even if you are lazy, it's still not easy. Nothing in life is easy. You have to make something for yourself. Oof, I feel so tired. I need to make a new wig for myself. I tried so hard to stop being emotional, but today I realized that no, I'm so soft. I'm so soft. I still have that soft part of me. Wow. I'm surprised though. But why should I be surprised? Those people who are emotional people are good people. They have empathy for people. Being emotional is not, it's not a bad thing. Being emotional is not a bad thing. Oh. Yeah. So, as I was saying, I'm now on my retainer journey. This one, the very first month, no, the very first moment they take your braces off, they have to mold this for you. Okay, without, when you don't have retainer, your tooth will move back to how it was. Trust me, tooth movement is so rapid. Your tooth will just move back to how it was, the original position. It will just move back to that original position. Yeah. Tooth will move back to the original position. I think I have to get going. I have an appointment this morning. Yeah, so I have to go and then do what I have to do. Yeah, I'll have to end this live video. I think I'll talk about my retainer in the next live. Yeah, for you to have a fair idea of this, the cost, how much it costs. This thing I'm holding right now, if this thing should just break right now, I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm finished. So I'm just keeping this one so close to my heart. I have this one there, so oil it, and then that's it. I'll end this live video here. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.